I secretly loved him for 10 years. Never thought that even having his child was a mistake. He pushed me onto the operating table himself, saying, anyone in this world can have my baby, except you. Isabel Lopez didn't mind his words, and ignoring what he just said, directly asked, so, are you going to help me celebrate? Brother, my graduation party only happens once. Are you really going to miss it? She said, if you don't go, I'll be really disappointed. As she spoke, she pouted and slowly placed her hands on his arm, grabbing it and starting to act coquettishly. He hated that kind of action from girls the most, but when it came to Isabel Lopez, he was a little at a loss. Though he didn't like it, he didn't push her away. It seemed like he could never refuse her. But how could he go to such a place? And it was their class's graduation party. What business did he have going there as an outsider? He might feel soft-hearted, but there were some things he just wouldn't do. So he said to Isabel Lopez, what do you want me to do at your class's graduation party? You all know each other and are all familiar with one another. I just sit there, staring blankly, like a fool. He said, I won't go to the graduation party, but since you say the teacher is going too, then your family will be at ease. If possible, I can come pick you up. He said this, almost saying, I'm at ease, but quickly corrected himself and said, your family will be at ease. After hearing this, Isabel Lopez also realized that him going would be a little inappropriate. After thinking it over, she didn't continue to push him, instead nodding and saying, brother, I'm sorry. I didn't think of that earlier. Will you really pick me up? Jason Smith slowly nodded, and then looked at the watch on his wrist. In truth, he was just pretending. He didn't have anything urgent that day. His slow motion of looking at his watch made Isabel Lopez a bit anxious, almost panicking, fearing that he wouldn't go. He secretly smiled in his heart, feeling pleased seeing her so anxious, so eager because of his actions. Brother, all right. If I promise you something, I'll do it. He couldn't stand her coquettish voice anymore, so he finally stopped pretending and said to her, wow. Isabel Lopez immediately got excited, bouncing up from his chair. That's great, brother, you're the best. Go, stop flattering me here. I said I'll pick you up, so I'll pick you up. As he said this, his gaze moved across her. He was still wearing a simple t-shirt and shorts. Frowning, he said in a deep voice, you're going to a party tonight. Look at what you're wearing right now. After hearing his words, Isabel Lopez looked down at her outfit and for a moment had nothing to say. All right, I'll go find something to wear now. Brother, I'll message you when I'm ready and you can come pick me up. She said this and started to walk out. Hey. Just as she reached the study door, he called out to her. She turned around, her lips still curved in a smile. What's up, brother? When she was happy, every word she said included brother, and it made her feel warm inside. I still have a little time. What time is your party? 7:30, she answered without thinking. The time had already been set before, so there was no need to think about it. And since it was him who asked, she immediately answered. 7:30, there are still 3 hours left. Here's the plan. After we eat, I'll go with you to the mall. You can buy a new outfit. Then I'll take you there. What? Just like that. Let's go eat now. Jason Smith stood up from his seat and walked over to Isabel Lopez's side. She hadn't even realized it. He lightly brushed her nose with his finger, then walked straight out of the study room, opening the door as he went. Hurry up, Jason Smith said. I don't have that much time to hang around, and I'm not going to wait for you to space out. After hearing this, Isabel Lopez snapped out of her daze. Oh, Isabel Lopez replied. Then she quickly ran after him, catching up to his pace. After they ate, the two of them left the house. Jason Smith took her to the mall, where Isabel Lopez had already set her eyes on a dress a while ago. While in the mall, her gaze kept fixated on that dress. Hey! After walking for a while, Jason Smith noticed that the person following him had disappeared. He turned around and took a few steps back, only to find she had fallen behind quite a bit. She was standing outside a store window, staring intently at a mannequin inside. Jason Smith shook his head in slight helplessness and walked over to her. As he walked, he followed her gaze and saw the white dress. It had some lace on it, looking very pure. It almost looked like a wedding dress. "Hey, what are you doing?" She finally snapped out of it after hearing his voice, realizing she had been staring at the dress. Nothing, she said. Brother, where should we buy the dress?" Jason Smith raised an eyebrow and said, "That depends on you. Where do you want to go?" Let's just look around. If I see something nice, I'll call you." "All right." Later on, all Isabel Lopez found were pretty dresses. If she were just buying one for casual wear at home, it would have been fine, but this time it was for a party. Jason Smith didn't let her buy any of those dresses. Instead, he chose some longer pants and t-shirts that caught his eye. This one looks better. Jason Smith kept praising when he saw the t-shirt and pants she tried on. At that time, Isabel Lopez even thought that Jason Smith had lost his taste in clothes. She felt like the person standing next to her looked like Jason Smith, but lacked his soul. "Brother, do you really think this looks good?" "Really? But it's so hot in the summer." "What about it?" "It's summer, but you're not the only one wearing it. And with the air conditioning running inside, you don't need to worry about it." He joked, "How could you wear such a short dress out?" Before Isabel Lopez could finish her sentence, he directly interrupted her. All right. And you're just a high school graduate. Don't think that just because you've graduated, you can wear all these weird dresses. Girls should wear fewer skirts when they're out. Otherwise, if you accidentally flash something, you wouldn't even know." "I didn't." "As long as you didn't, then it's fine." The clothes were bought quickly, and time had passed, so he directly took her to the Charm Dynasty. Once they entered Charm Dynasty, some staff greeted him. He often came here with a few good friends, so the staff who worked here were familiar with him. He nodded in acknowledgement. "What's your private room number?" Jason Smith asked her. "Our private room." After hearing his question, Isabel Lopez suddenly remembered to check for the room number. She said, Don't worry. I'll pull out my phone and check. They should have posted it in the group messages." "So you came here and didn't even know which room you were going to?" Jason Smith asked. Hearing his teasing, Isabel Lopez raised her eyes slightly, a little embarrassed, and said,
"Don't be like that. I just didn't pay attention to the group messages."
"It's fine. I'll check now." As she spoke, she pulled her phone out of her bag and quickly opened the QQ group. "Oh, our room number is 8402. The room number was set as the group announcement, so as soon as she clicked in, she saw it right away. 8402. Jason Smith repeated the number. "How's room 8402? He usually stayed in the rooms on the top floor, so he had no impression of a room like 8402. So he directly asked one of the nearby staff members, "Mr. Jason, room 8402 is our most basic room. It's just a little bigger than the smaller ones," the staff member said honestly. "Is that so?" Jason Smith asked. "Is the room's equipment complete?" Yes, Mr. Jason. Our Charm Dynasty's equipment is complete, but of course, it's not as good as the VIP rooms upstairs." Jason Smith thought for a moment. All right. Let them use the regular room we usually use for now, and charge everything to my account." "Brother." After hearing what he said, Isabel Lopez immediately waved her hand. No, really, it's fine. Our class already booked the room. It's already paid for. If we cancel now, wouldn't it be a waste? Can they get a refund for the room? Jason Smith understood Isabel Lopez well. Once she made up her mind about something, she could be quite stubborn, especially when money had already been spent. He knew how Charm Dynasty's rules worked, and really, it wasn't just their rules. It was the same for almost every place. Once a room was paid for, there was no reason to refund it. So when he said this, he gave the staff a knowing look. The staff immediately understood and said to him, "It's possible, Mr. Jason. We can refund it. If you use the VIP room upstairs, we'll refund the room fee for you." Huh? Isabel Lopez couldn't believe it. She was surprised they could actually get a refund. "Did you hear that? It can be refunded. Now, let's just do it this way. You'll use the VIP room upstairs, and the money will be charged to my account." he said. "It's not like you're graduating every few years. This is just once. So let your classmates have a good time, enjoy it, and live it up a little. Is this really okay?" She still hesitated a little. "What's wrong with it? My money wasn't stolen or taken by force." All right. You all go upstairs quickly. I have something to do. I need to head home for a bit." He cut off her thoughts and had the staff take them to a private room. "Oh, all right then, brother. You go back to your business." Jason Smith nodded and said in a low voice, "Let me know. Before you're done, I'll come pick you up." Okay. "Miss, please come this way. I'll take you to the room now." The staff member, holding the key to another room, said to Isabel Lopez. "Go ahead," Jason Smith said. "Okay," Isabel Lopez obediently replied. "Thank you, brother." In fact, he didn't go straight home that day. Instead, he stayed near Charm Dynasty and walked into a nearby coffee shop, where he stayed for a few hours. Even though the private rooms upstairs were secure, it was still crowded and noisy here, so he thought it would be better to stay close, just in case anything happened. That way, he could handle it promptly. He sat alone in the coffee shop, ordered a cup of coffee, and chose a seat by the window. After staying there for 2 or 3 hours, he finally received a message from Isabel Lopez. "Brother, thank you for giving us this room. We're all having a great time. The environment here is really nice and I love it." When Jason Smith read this, a smile immediately appeared on his face. He rarely did this, sitting in one place alone and waiting for someone, waiting for hours. Her temper wasn't good, and her patience was the same. But every time he was with Isabel Lopez, he always lost his principles. Like right now, holding his phone, he was reading the message and smiling foolishly to himself. He looked like a young man who had just tasted the sweetness of love for the first time. "It's fine. The room has always been open. We just don't go in often, and driving there would be a waste. Today, you all can use it, which makes up for the money we've been wasting," he replied with this. Though the words weren't wrong after he said them, they sounded quite harsh. He could have said it more kindly, but at that moment, he just acted cold. But Isabel Lopez didn't mind at all. She was just happy that he had given her such a good room and felt grateful for it. Besides, he had promised to come pick her up today. Thank you, Isabel Lopez replied. When will it end? Jason Smith immediately asked. He couldn't sit still anymore, and since it was slowly nearing 11 p.m., it was about time. Probably a little while longer. I'll let you know before we finish. All right, he replied. After that, Isabel Lopez didn't send any more messages. Just then, the game reached her turn. They were playing Truth or Dare, and whoever the bottle pointed to would have to take the punishment.